Have you ever met a Pisces who left you feeling confused, exhausted, or even frustrated? Why do some people adore them while others find them impossible to deal with? There's a deep mystery surrounding Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac, carrying the wisdom and emotions of all those before it. This unique nature makes them fascinating, yet also the most misunderstood and even the most disliked. But is Pisces truly difficult? Or are they simply too complex for most people to understand? Today, we will uncover the truth about Pisces, exploring the traits that make them so polarizing. You'll discover why they are labeled as emotional, elusive, and sometimes even manipulative. More importantly, we'll reveal how to navigate relationships with them, whether you're a Pisces yourself or someone who has one in your life. This is not just another astrology video, it's a deep dive into the psychology of Pisces, blending astrology, self-awareness, and personal growth. By the end of this video, you'll gain a completely new perspective on this enigmatic sign. Before we begin, take a moment to subscribe to Zen Mind Peaceful Life and turn on notifications. Our channel is dedicated to uncovering the mysteries of astrology, self-discovery, and personal transformation. Now, let's begin this journey into the mind of Pisces. 1. Pisces struggles with forgiveness and letting go. One of the most striking traits of Pisces is their deep emotional nature. When a Pisces is hurt, the pain is not merely a passing emotion, it lingers, shaping their perceptions and relationships for years to come. Unlike other signs that can easily move on after being wronged, Pisces has a tendency to hold on to emotional wounds. This is not necessarily out of spite, but rather because their emotions run so deep that they cannot simply forget betrayal or heartbreak. Pisces often internalizes pain, replaying past hurts in their mind like an emotional movie they cannot escape. This can make it difficult for them to fully forgive those who have hurt them. While they may not seek revenge in an overt way, they will withdraw, creating an emotional barrier that is nearly impossible to break through. This can make them seem cold or distant, even when they are still deeply affected by what happened. From a psychological standpoint, Pisces' difficulty in letting go is linked to their high level of empathy. They feel everything so intensely that even minor betrayals can leave lasting scars. If you have a Pisces in your life, understand that their reluctance to forgive is not about holding a grudge, it's about self-protection. The best way to mend a relationship with a Pisces is through genuine remorse and patience. 2. Pisces' strong arguments make them difficult to debate. Despite their soft and dreamy exterior, Pisces can be surprisingly strong-willed when it comes to defending their beliefs. They do not engage in debates for the sake of arguing, but when they feel strongly about something, they will stand their ground with an intensity that can be overwhelming. Unlike fire signs that rely on assertiveness or air signs that use logic, Pisces combines emotion, intuition, and psychological insight in their arguments. They have an uncanny ability to sense weaknesses in the opposing viewpoint and will subtly steer the conversation in their favor. Their emotional intelligence allows them to anticipate what the other person is thinking, making their arguments seem almost impossible to counter. However, their stubbornness can also be a double-edged sword. Pisces often struggles to admit when they are wrong, not because they are arrogant, but because they experience their beliefs on such a deep level that changing them feels like losing a part of themselves. This can make it frustrating to reason with them, as they may refuse to see another perspective once they have committed to their stance. To navigate discussions with a Pisces, approach them with emotional sensitivity rather than blunt confrontation. If they feel emotionally safe, they are more likely to open up to different viewpoints. 3. Pisces' imagination and manifestation abilities can seem unrealistic. Pisces is known as the dreamer of the zodiac, and for good reason. Their minds are constantly filled with visions of what could be, and they have an incredible ability to turn dreams into reality, if they remain focused. Many successful artists, musicians, and visionaries have strong Pisces placements in their birth charts because they possess an innate ability to tap into creative inspiration. However, This deep connection to their inner world can make them seem disconnected from reality. They often believe that if they think about something long enough, it will happen. While this level of belief can be powerful for manifestation, it can also make them prone to unrealistic expectations. When their dreams don't materialize as quickly as they hope, they can fall into states of self-doubt and disappointment, leading to periods of withdrawal or even escapism. For those who love a Pisces, it's important to understand that their dreams are not just idle fantasies, they are an essential part of their being. Encouraging them to ground their ideas with practical action steps can help them find a balance between their imagination and the real world. 4. Pisces' approach to intimacy can be overwhelming. Pisces experiences love and intimacy in a way that transcends the physical. For them, relationships are not just about companionship, they are spiritual connections meant to unite two souls. This makes them incredibly passionate and devoted partners, but it also means they have high expectations when it comes to emotional and physical intimacy. They crave deep, meaningful connections that involve not only love but also creativity and exploration. They want a partner who can match their intensity, someone who is willing to step into their dream world and experience love in a way that feels almost otherworldly. However, this level of emotional depth can be overwhelming for some partners. If a Pisces feels unfulfilled in a relationship, they may become distant, moody, or even seek comfort in daydreams rather than facing reality. They require a partner who understands their need for both emotional closeness and personal space. To have a healthy relationship with a Pisces, it is essential to communicate openly and be willing to embrace their unique approach to love. They are not looking for just anyone, they are searching for a soulmate. 5. Pisces' silent nature can be confusing. Unlike more outspoken signs, Pisces often prefers to express themselves through actions rather than words. They are deeply introspective and may choose silence over confrontation, even when something is bothering them. This can make them incredibly hard to read, leaving those around them unsure of where they stand. Their quiet nature is not necessarily a sign of disinterest, it is often their way of processing emotions. Pisces absorbs the energy of their surroundings, and too much stimulation can overwhelm them, causing them to retreat into their inner world. They need time alone to recharge and make sense of their feelings. However, their silence can be frustrating for those who rely on verbal communication. If they do not express their thoughts and feelings openly, misunderstandings can arise, leading to tension in relationships. For those who love a Pisces, patience is key. Instead of pressuring them to talk, give them space and create a safe environment where they feel comfortable opening up. Once they trust you, they will share their thoughts in a deeply meaningful way. 6. Pisces' solitude can be misunderstood as detachment. Pisces is an introspective and deeply reflective sign. They often seek solitude to recharge, process emotions, and connect with their inner world. While this is essential for their well-being, it can be misinterpreted by others as emotional detachment or disinterest. Friends and partners may feel that Pisces is withdrawing from them, when in reality, they are simply navigating the complexities of their emotions. Unlike extroverted signs that thrive on constant social interaction, Pisces needs time alone to reset and maintain their emotional balance. Understanding this aspect of Pisces is crucial to building a healthy and fulfilling relationship with them. 7. Pisces' idealism can lead to disappointment. Pisces possesses an innate desire to see the world in its most beautiful and harmonious form. They often look at people and situations through an idealized lens, hoping for the best possible outcomes. While this hopeful nature allows them to remain optimistic and creative, it can also lead to deep disappointment when reality does not align with their expectations. When faced with dishonesty, betrayal, or harsh truths, Pisces may retreat into their dreams rather than confront the situation. This cycle of high hopes and inevitable letdowns can make it difficult for them to maintain long-term emotional stability. To navigate life successfully, Pisces must learn to balance their idealism with a grounded sense of realism. 8. Pisces emotional sensitivity can be overwhelming. Pisces is one of the most emotionally sensitive signs of the zodiac. They not only experience their own emotions deeply but also absorb the emotions of those around them. This heightened sensitivity makes them incredibly compassionate and understanding, but it can also be emotionally draining. They may feel overwhelmed by negativity or conflict, leading them to withdraw or become emotionally reactive. Their deep empathy means they are often the ones people turn to for comfort, but without proper emotional boundaries, they can take on too much, leading to exhaustion and emotional burnout. Pisces needs to learn how to protect their energy while still offering support to others. 9. Pisces indecisiveness stems from seeing multiple perspectives. Pisces is a mutable water sign, which means they are highly adaptable and intuitive. While this allows them to navigate various situations with ease, it also contributes to their indecisiveness. They see multiple sides to every issue, making it difficult for them to settle on a single choice. This can be frustrating for those who prefer decisive and quick decision-making. Whether it's choosing a career path, making everyday decisions, or navigating relationships, Pisces often second-guesses themselves out of fear of making the wrong choice. Encouraging them to trust their instincts and commit to a decision can help them gain confidence and move forward with greater certainty. 10. Pisces romanticism can create unrealistic expectations in love. Pisces is a hopeless romantic who believes in soul connections and fairy tale love stories. They crave deep, emotional intimacy and long for a partner who understands them on a profound level. While this makes them devoted and loving partners, it can also lead to unrealistic expectations in relationships. When their idealized vision of love does not align with reality, they may feel disappointed, disillusioned, or emotionally withdrawn. Learning to balance their romantic ideals with realistic expectations can help Pisces build healthier and more fulfilling relationships. They must understand that true love is not just about passion and fantasy but also about commitment, effort, and mutual understanding. Stay tuned for the next part of this series, where we will uncover more secrets about Pisces and how to build stronger connections with them. Don't forget to subscribe to Zen Mind Peaceful Life for more insights into astrology, personal growth, and self-discovery. 11. Pisces can be passive-aggressive instead of confrontational. Pisces is known for avoiding direct confrontation, rather than addressing issues head-on. They may express their dissatisfaction through passive-aggressive behavior or subtle emotional cues. While this helps them avoid conflict in the short term, it often leads to misunderstandings and resentment in relationships. Because Pisces values harmony, they may suppress their true feelings rather than risk upsetting others. However, this suppression can build up over time, leading to emotional outbursts when they can no longer contain their frustration. Learning to communicate openly and honestly is essential for Pisces to maintain healthy relationships. 12. Pisces can be overly trusting and vulnerable to manipulation. Pisces has an innate desire to see the good in others, often giving people the benefit of the doubt even when it is not deserved. This makes them incredibly kind-hearted but also leaves them vulnerable to manipulation. They may find themselves in relationships, both romantic and platonic, where they are taken advantage of. Pisces' deep empathy sometimes blinds them to the intentions of others, and their forgiving nature makes it easy for people to exploit them repeatedly. To protect themselves, Pisces must learn to set clear boundaries and recognize when someone is not acting in their best interest. 13. Pisces' escape mechanisms can be self-destructive. When faced with emotional distress, Pisces may seek escape rather than confrontation. Their ruling planet, Neptune, governs illusions and fantasy, which means they have a natural inclination to retreat into their imagination when reality becomes too harsh. This can manifest in healthy ways, such as immersing themselves in creative pursuits. But it can also lead to unhealthy coping mechanisms, such as avoidance, procrastination, or even self-destructive behaviors. While dreaming and introspection are part of who they are, Pisces must find a balance between their fantasy world and the responsibilities of real life. 14. Pisces are natural empaths, which can be emotionally draining. Pisces has an unparalleled ability to sense and absorb the emotions of those around them. While this makes them compassionate and deeply understanding, it can also be exhausting. They often take on the burdens of others as if they were their own, sometimes to the detriment of their own emotional well-being. This can lead to emotional exhaustion, burnout, or even a loss of identity as they become overly enmeshed in the emotions of those they care about. Pisces must learn to set emotional boundaries and recognize that they cannot heal everyone. 15. Pisces can be overly sentimental and struggle to let go. Pisces holds on to memories, relationships, and emotions long after they have passed. Whether it is an old friendship, a past love, or even a childhood dream, they find it difficult to let go of things that once brought them happiness. This deep attachment can be both a blessing and a curse, while it makes them incredibly loyal and nostalgic. It can also prevent them from moving forward. Pisces must learn to embrace change and understand that letting go does not mean losing the love they once had, but rather making space for new growth and experiences. Stay tuned for the next part of this series, where we will uncover more secrets about Pisces and how to build stronger connections with them. Don't forget to subscribe to Zen Mind Peaceful Life for more insights into astrology, personal growth, and self-discovery. 16. Pisces' boundless imagination can make them appear disconnected. Pisces is often lost in their world of creativity, dreams, and deep thoughts. While this is a gift that fuels their artistic and intuitive nature, it can also make them appear detached from reality. They may become so immersed in their inner world that they forget practical responsibilities or struggle to stay present in everyday interactions. This can frustrate those who prefer clear structure and immediate action. For Pisces, daydreaming is not just a pastime, it is a way of life, a space where they can process emotions, create new ideas, and escape from the harshness of reality. However, this can become problematic when they fail to distinguish between fantasy and reality, leading them to chase unrealistic goals or romanticize situations that may not serve them well in the long run. Those close to Pisces may feel neglected or confused by their moments of absent-mindedness. They might start a conversation with enthusiasm but quickly drift away, lost in a sea of thoughts. While their imagination is a beautiful asset, learning how to balance it with real-world responsibilities is essential for their personal and professional growth. Developing grounding techniques, such as mindfulness practices or structured routines, can help Pisces stay connected to the present moment while still nurturing their creativity. 17. Pisces' fluid personality can make them hard to define. As a mutable water sign, Pisces is incredibly adaptable. They can shift their energy to match different environments and people, making them highly versatile yet difficult to define. While this makes them easy to get along with, it can also leave others wondering who they truly are. Some may see this fluidity as a lack of authenticity, while in reality, Pisces is simply responding to the energies around them. They absorb the emotions, expectations, and influences of others, often without realizing it, which can make their personality seem ever-changing. This adaptability can be beneficial in social and professional settings, as Pisces can seamlessly blend into different situations. However, it can also lead to identity struggles, as they may lose sight of their true self when trying too hard to accommodate others. They may adopt the dreams, opinions, or even mannerisms of those around them, leaving others unsure of what they truly stand for. To develop a strong sense of identity, Pisces must focus on their core values and remain true to themselves, even when adapting to new situations. Journaling, self-reflection, and spending time alone can help them reconnect with their authentic self and gain clarity on what they genuinely want from life. 18. Pisces' need for deep emotional connections can make them overly dependent. Pisces craves meaningful, soul-deep connections, whether in friendships or romantic relationships. They do not engage in shallow interactions. They want to merge emotionally and spiritually with the people they love. While this makes them incredibly devoted, it can also lead to emotional dependency. They may rely on their loved ones for validation and emotional support, sometimes to an excessive degree. Their happiness can become entwined with another person's, making it difficult for them to function independently. When these expectations are not met, Pisces can feel lost or abandoned, leading to feelings of sadness and self-doubt. This dependency can also cause issues in relationships, as their partners or friends may feel pressured to meet all of Pisces' emotional needs. Learning to cultivate inner strength and self-sufficiency will help Pisces navigate relationships in a healthier and more balanced way. Developing hobbies, practicing self-care, and setting emotional boundaries can prevent them from becoming overly reliant on others for happiness. 19. Pisces' elusiveness can frustrate those who seek directness. Pisces tends to avoid confrontation, preferring to express themselves through subtlety rather than directness. When faced with difficult conversations, they may withdraw or provide vague responses instead of clear answers. This can leave others feeling frustrated or uncertain about where they stand. While Pisces' approach stems from a desire to maintain peace, it can lead to misunderstandings, unresolved issues, and emotional distance in relationships. Their indirect communication style is often rooted in fear of rejection, fear of hurting others, or fear of being misunderstood. Instead of expressing dissatisfaction openly, they may resort to passive-aggressive behavior, hoping the other person will just understand. Unfortunately, this rarely works, and it often leads to more confusion and tension. For Pisces, learning how to communicate more openly and assertively can transform their relationships. Practicing honest dialogue, even when it feels uncomfortable, will help them build stronger, more transparent connections. Developing self-confidence and trusting that their voice deserves to be heard will empower them to express their needs without fear. 20. Pisces' emotional intensity can be difficult to handle. Pisces feels emotions at a profound level, often experiencing extreme highs and lows. While their passion and depth make them incredibly empathetic and expressive, it can also be overwhelming for those who are not as emotionally attuned. They absorb not only their own emotions but also the feelings of those around them, creating an emotional roller coaster that can be exhausting. Their mood swings can create tension in relationships, as others may struggle to keep up with their ever-changing emotional landscape. One moment, Pisces may be euphoric, filled with boundless love and optimism. And the next, they may sink into a deep melancholy, weighed down by their thoughts. This emotional turbulence can be draining for both Pisces and those close to them. Developing emotional regulation skills and practicing mindfulness can help Pisces maintain stability and harmony in their interactions. Techniques such as meditation, breathwork, and grounding exercises can help them process emotions without becoming overwhelmed. Surrounding themselves with emotionally balanced individuals who can offer support without feeding into their extremes can also be beneficial. 21. Pisces' desire for fantasy can create unrealistic expectations. Ruled by Neptune, Pisces has a deep connection to fantasy, dreams, and idealism. They often see the world through a romanticized lens, expecting life and relationships to unfold like a storybook. While this dreamy outlook brings magic into their lives, it can also lead to disappointment when reality does not meet their high expectations. Their longing for a perfect love story, an ideal career, or a utopian world can cause frustration when faced with life's imperfections. Pisces may set impossible standards for themselves and others, leading to frequent disillusionment. They might believe in the idea of the one so strongly that they overlook great relationships in search of an unattainable ideal. Similarly, they may hold on to dreams for years without taking concrete steps to bring them to fruition, trapped in an endless cycle of wishing and waiting. Learning to appreciate life's imperfections and embracing the beauty of the present moment will help Pisces find contentment without needing to escape into fantasy. Practicing gratitude, setting realistic goals, and recognizing that life's messiness is part of its charm will allow them to experience fulfillment without relying on an unattainable dream. Stay tuned for more insights into Pisces and how to build stronger connections with them. Don't forget to subscribe to Zen Mind Peaceful Life for more astrology, personal growth, and self-discovery content. Pisces is a paradox, sensitive yet strong, dreamlike yet deeply intuitive, elusive yet incredibly empathetic. They possess an extraordinary ability to love, create, and heal, but their emotional depths can also make them difficult to understand. If you are a Pisces, embrace your strengths while learning to set healthy boundaries. If you have a Pisces in your life, take the time to truly see them beyond their complexities. For more insights into astrology, personal growth, and self-discovery, subscribe to Zen Mind Peaceful Life. Let's continue exploring the mysteries of the zodiac together.